Hey everybody, Mark Comfort here, and for those of you that thought this was going to be at 3 o'clock, my sincere apologies. I actually had a high school classmate friend of mine for a little over 50, about 58 years. She died over the last weekend, and I am going to the funeral today, and then off to the Chiefs game. Go Chiefs! I am wearing a Chiefs shirt. There you go. So anyway, I'm going to talk about hosted trips because it is absolutely amazing how popular these hosted trips have become, and very understandable. There are so many people with all the policy changes out there, whether it's vaccination status or whether it's COVID testing, all these crazy things that have been going on in our world the last 30 months. People are a little nervous, and there's still really considerable risk in doing something wrong, not understanding all the policies. The policies are just crazy how they've been changing. Luckily, they've been changing to open up and to loosen restrictions, but we sometimes fall into this lull that thinks everything is back to what it used to be before the pandemic, and that is not true in all cases. So long story short, so all of these hosted trips, which is why we're doing a lot of them, I've got 8 of them coming up yet this year, 2022, and next year, 2023. Now, here's the beautiful thing about how this presentation goes, and you will get a link on this so that you can forward it on to your friends if you would like to share something about that. And let's say one of these 8 different hosted trips that you're going to hear about real quick is of interest to you, but the others aren't. Well, we're going to tell you what the times are so you can go directly. I'm starting right at 2:30 Central Standard Time. So let's say the 4th trip that I tell you, the Antarctica trip, you're interested in. And we started that at 2:51 and it lasted till 2:58. Well, then you can just go to those time slots and you will know, you'll be able to watch exactly that. You don't have to look at all the other ones, although there are some pretty exciting options that are available for you to see. So with that said, I will go from there. I'm going to be hosting most of these trips myself personally, but there are, I think, 1 or even 2 that will be one of our staff or 2 of our staff that will be hosting. So I will go through all these, and if anything is of interest to you, you are very, very welcome to, and we encourage you, please contact us immediately, especially if it's one of these first 2. The Gems of Southeast Europe, we have had that on our radar for a couple of years now, and it is happening, as you see, October 10th through the 17th with a 4-night post package in Transylvania, which I think is kind of cool. That's where Dracula's castle. This lower Danube River is the itinerary from Budapest to Bucharest through those Southeastern Europe countries of not only starts in Hungary, but it goes to Serbia, Bulgaria, Romania. I think those are the countries involved. Kind of pretty cool, a really sharp cultural experience as well as very mountainous, very scenic. So I'm going to go through the pictures with you to let you just see some of the things that we'll be seeing on these trips. And I'm not going to go into any great detail on any one of these trips because of time constraints. But that picture there in the top left, at least on my screen, is the Parliament there in Budapest. And it arguably is the most beautiful building, especially from the river, that you will see anywhere in the world. The Eiffel Tower might be a close second, okay? But then all the other historical places, which many of them have to do with castles and fortresses and palaces around the world. This is kind of an exciting time, and really we just got a booking on that. This is September 14th, and we just got a booking on that earlier this week. The next trip I will show you will be the Douro River. Now, in the Douro Rivers in Portugal. Interestingly enough, I will be hosting that group along with my wife Mimi on the Gems of Southeast Europe from Budapest to Bucharest. And then I will be flying. Mimi won't. She's going to go home. She got too many work-related conflicts and grandma conflicts, so she's going to come home. I will be flying with about half of our group from Bucharest to Lisbon, Portugal. And from there, we'll spend 3 nights in Lisbon, and we will then be transferred up to Porto, which is in northern Portugal. And we will then go through the Douro River, which I've done before, and it's absolutely spectacular. Nobody knows anything about Portugal, me included, till the first time I went. And the history and the scenery and the wine is maybe second to none anywhere in the world. And this, by the way, we partnered with Park University, where I was on the board of trustees. This is also where Mimi and I have a baseball field, the Comfort Field, named after us, that we've underwritten. And part of the proceeds of this trip we will be giving back as a donation to Park University. The couple there in the picture is Shane Smead and his wife Angela. Shane is the president of Park University, and he will be on this. So there's a bunch of people from the Kansas City area. Gosh, we've got over 40 people on that ship, and that's a ship that holds only 100 people. So, and by the way, again, nobody knows anything about Portugal. It seems like until they get there. Rarely does anybody know anything about Portugal. And here, the picture on the top left, that bridge was built by Eiffel, the same Mr. Eiffel of the Eiffel Tower. And Porto, UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the embarkation. You see the ship there. It is a beautiful city, phenomenal distilleries and warehouses there. Port wine, of course, you probably heard, is huge in Portugal. Then the pictures, the rest of these pictures, some of the best, most beautiful scenery, I think, of any river anywhere in the world is in Portugal. The picture on the right is the 734 steps up the staircase to or down from that gigantic cathedral in Regu, Portugal. And that is a pilgrimage site, and it's absolutely a spectacular experience. Matter of fact, I will tell you this, some of the wine tasting and cultural things we'll do, we're going to go to a lot of farmhouses to have lunches and wine tastings on this trip. It's a spectacular trip. If you cannot go with us this October 25th through November 2nd, by the way, we will end up at the far east side of Portugal, and then motor coach through Salamanca and Toledo on to Madrid. If you want, you can spend the one night in Madrid and then head back home the next day, or you can spend 3 full nights in Madrid and see that beautiful city and the surrounding area around us. But this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful destination. And by the way, there's so much history in Portugal too. Great country. I love it. Now we'll move into 23. So February 19th through March 2nd, this is so exciting to me. I have, it's the one continent I have not been to. So I will now be able to check off my 7th continent. And there are 62 of us going with Mimi and I on this one on a brand new expedition cruise line called Atlas Ocean Voyages. You maybe never have heard of it, but it is this expedition word. Expedition ships are kind of the new hot thing in the ocean cruise industry. They are small ships, under 200 passengers. And the reason why they're under 200 passengers, because in places like Antarctica, they can land twice a day. Ships over that cannot. And they can have 100 passengers excuse me, go in and land in the morning, and 100 passengers in the afternoon. And so everybody on the ship gets to experience Antarctica in the same day. Excuse me. In fact, I love the itinerary of this. We go into, we're going into Buenos Aires, Mimi and I are, and most of the group, 62 people. We have right now about half of the ship will be our group. I'm so excited about this. And as this fills up, and we've had a lot of people just book recently, because everybody's just starting to get more comfortable with what protocols are and traveling internationally again. But this is definitely a bucket list for a lot of people and a 7th continent for a lot of people. We'll spend 2 nights in Buenos Aires. You don't have to, by the way. Mimi and I are. But you ought to fly to Buenos Aires at least one night, in my thinking. And then Atlas will private jet charter a flight from Buenos Aires to Ushuaia, which is in the southern tip of Argentina, and that's the Patagonia area. We will board the brand new World Navigator ship, and we'll head to Antarctica. 9 days, and by the way, 5 of those days are what are called captain's choice. I think that's so cool. But it's important because the captain will take us to places that the waters are the calmest and the wildlife is the greatest. So you see this beautiful ship there, holds 186 people total maximum, and I don't think it'll be full. It'll probably be 150 or less. So I'm hoping to have at least half the ship. And you can see the beautiful, this is an upscale luxury, all-inclusive expedition ship designed specifically for Antarctica, with the hull that is rated for the ice that happens in Antarctica, of course, and also the stabilizers too. So you see right below the ship, at least on my screen, is the staterooms, and they are incredibly beautiful, beautiful. The picture of the the glaciers and the snow-capped mountains. We've had 33 years in this business, and we've had so many people tell me that they went to Antarctica to check off their 7th continent, but their expectations were so exceeded because of the ice sculpturing that you see right there in that picture, and the unique colors of the ice everywhere they went. So that part is, I think, a plus for you. The top right is the lobby observation deck, and then you see one of the 5 dining rooms on the ship. Remember, 5 dining rooms for 150 people. That's pretty cool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience. And then again, people are blown away with all the different kinds of penguins and whales and sea lions, otters, things like that you will see. See the gentleman in the green parka? You will be given, all of our group will be given free of charge one of those green parkas. You'll order your size before you go, and that is your gift you get to keep. And so you don't have to take a big parka with you. Now, they have other pants, like ski pants type things that you can wear to keep you warm, and knee boots, but you don't get to keep those stay, okay? So everything's all inclusive here, with the exception of your air and your travel insurance. Give us a call. We can help you with all the options that you would have. But I want to tell you, this is going to be an experience of a lifetime. Okay, you get to paddleboard or you get to kayak. You want to do that with me? I'm going to do that. Then on the top left, you see the Zodiac. By the way, these were taken by the naturalists. There's 14 naturalists that will be on this cruise to help us learn all about everything that has to do with Antarctica, wildlife, Antarctica, the continent, who rules it, the ecosystem, all of that. I think it's just going to be fascinating. I'm a paddleboarder and a kayaker. I live on a lake. So what a fabulous experience to say I have kayaked or I have paddleboarded in Antarctica. I mean, I think that's cool as can be. Okay, so you see this gentleman on my left walking or hiking. He has what are called ski pants. I'm going to take my snow ski bib overalls with me, and that's what this gentleman is wearing. See how he looks like Christmas colors, green and red. I just thought that kayaking and that paddleboarding to me looks so fabulous. You'll have a chance to take the polar plunge too if you want to. Mimi has said, sweetheart, you go right ahead and you go ahead and paddleboard. You go ahead and kayak. Good luck. I hope you don't fall in. I've got a lot of insurance on you. And Mimi says, and I will be at the very warm spa getting pampered and spoiled while you're out doing that. So there's something for everybody. Okay, that's in February. Switching now to another unique destination. Arguably, there's no experience quite like Tulip time in Netherlands and Belgium. And Mimi and I will be hosting this group on a river cruise on the ship, brand new ship, the Amamora, April 27th through May 4th, to see the incredible flowers and tulips, especially that you will see. I want to flip right to these. Look at that. Isn't that just spectacular? But one of the things, because I like flowers, appreciate them, all that. It's not really my thing, but I know I'll enjoy it thoroughly. But this is what I'll enjoy, and that's the history in that area. Part of what we're going to do is go into Belgium, and Belgium has so much history from so long ago, and obviously even as few years ago as World War II, that you'll learn a lot about. The windmills and the water, the tours that we have set up for you are going to be absolutely spectacular here. Okay, Belgium and the Netherlands. And again, this is in late April, early May. Perfect time to be over there to see those. I mean, do you guys know just in Keukenhof Gardens, there are 7 million tulip buds planted. 7 million. 7 million. That's unbelievable. Okay, let's move right on through. In summertime, July 8th, we have taken over one full train of the luxurious Rocky Mountaineer Gold Leaf. Gold Leaf is the 2-decker bus where you see, here, I'll have a picture of it, where you see, there you go, the upper level is for viewing, 68 seats on there. We've got this one full train for our group, and that whole Canadian Rocky area, we will go from Vancouver to Calgary. And I want to tell you, Vancouver's a beautiful city, one of my favorites in the Pacific Northwest. And we will be staying at 5-star properties all along the way, with the exception of one stop in Kamloops, which is halfway between Vancouver and the Canadian Rockies towns of Banff and Lake Louise. That picture in the middle of there, that turquoise, perfectly blue lake is Lake Louise. And look at those mountain ranges. Boy, I've been up there before, and it is spectacular, spectacular. And the scenery is so great. So we'll be doing this first class, and that's all the seats we're going to get. We're about 1/3 of the way sold out already on that, and we just introduced it literally 2 weeks ago. Okay, there's a good picture of the open air part of the train. On the lower level of the Rocky Mountaineer train is where the dining room is, and oh my goodness gracious, you will be amazed at how good the food is on this luxury train experience. Now, you don't spend the night on the train, you spend the night in these 5-star hotels. Okay, and then look at the domed train car with those incredibly comfortable seats, and then they've got host and hostesses there to bring you food, and they tell you stories and give you history all about that area. You won't have to touch your bags. They've got, you know, the porters to do all that as part of the experience. And Banff, Lake Louise area, oh gosh, it's just gorgeous. And Calgary is a really fun city too. You've probably heard of the Calgary Stampede. It happens there in summer months. Okay, the Galapagos, this is the last one that we have, and it is something Mimi and I have done actually, let's see, twice before. This will be our 3rd time. But we're doing it really right with the absolute best, most luxurious ocean cruise, small ship. Remember, in the Galapagos, we're doing the Celebrity Floor. In the Galapagos Islands, you're not allowed to have any ship that holds more than 100 people. So this ship holds right at 100 people, 50 cabins. And we've got half the ship already. It's so exciting. And we just opened it up maybe 2 months ago. So it's September 29th through October 9th. We will spend 2 nights in Ecuador, Quito, and then we fly from Quito, Ecuador to Baltras in the Galapagos Islands, get on this spectacular Celebrity Flora. Let me show this. And then we cruise every day around to different islands. All the tours are included. It's special, but it is one of the most state-of-the-art, beautiful, and again, this falls under the category of expedition designed and styled ships. So luxurious, so much public space, bigger staterooms, lots of suites on this, and absolutely an incredible experience. And you see on the bottom, well, you see on the top, look at how big that stateroom is with that wall-to-wall, sliding glass door, balcony windows, just spectacular. Bottom left, at least on my screen, is the rear, the aft part of the Celebrity Flora. Look at how state-of-the-art that's designed. And you see it's got the marina walkout where you get on the Zodiacs to go into the islands. There are 3 different kinds of tour options. And by the way, they're for the very active, middle of the road active, and let's just say much less active people. So there really is something for everybody on this. And like Mimi says, if you don't want to go out one day, she'll be on this ship too, probably in the spa, knowing my wife. Okay, beautiful setup, lots of public space on this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Again, those big gigantic tortoises, which are kind of what the Galapagos is known for. But one of the things that is absolutely fascinating about the Galapagos, this is one of the few places in the world where the wildlife has never, ever learned to fear men. So you can be around that blue-footed booby, even if she's got a baby chick or an egg under her, she won't be the least bit nervous about you at all. Same way, the tortoise, the gigantic tortoise, have a great story. They hiss when they withdraw back into their shell by letting air out of their body through their nose. It sounds like a big hiss. Again, as they retract into that shell, it is absolutely, it's a crazy experience, and you cannot believe how big they are. You guys have probably heard about Lonesome George, the most famous land tortoise in the world. And then the seals and sea lions. It is so much fun. Again, you have options of tours here that can be from you getting a wetsuit and jumping in the water and snorkeling with the sea lions. They think humans are designed for them to play. I mean, you go down there. My son and I went down there the first time. I took him for his college graduation to the Galapagos, and he would dive in and he'd do a turn like this, and the sea lion would just mimic everything he did. It's just so cool. They'll get right up in your face like, okay, let me see who you are, you know? Oh my gosh, and the birds down there too. If you are a birdie, and my wife has become a birdie, I call her a bird nerd right now, which she used to think was derogatory. Now she's pretty proud of it. The birds down there are amazing, 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 and you'll see species you will never see anywhere. Okay, moving right on through the year 2023. Both Andrea Redding and Lynette Talge are going to host a Christmas markets river cruise on AMA Waterways. And if you have never done a Christmas markets river cruise, you really, really need to consider it for 2 reasons. Number one, it's as inexpensive as any river cruise you'll ever do because the timing of the year. And then number two, it's absolutely fascinating to see how these Europeans, they just embrace the winter and they just drink more Glühwein. And they have these booths at these Christmas markets set up with food like you can't believe, and things that they make to sell that are just fascinating. We have done 2 of them now, and they are absolutely an exceptionally fun thing to do. So again, the Christmas markets, that's December 5th through the 12th. You know, we have people every year go to that part of the world in Europe and buy Christmas presents to bring home for Christmas. And how neat to be back and say, hey, we just got back from Europe on a Christmas markets river cruise. They actually are a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. I just wanted to show you these beautiful highlights of some of the great places you'll be. You may have snow, you may not. It all depends on the time of the year. Snow most certainly adds to the Christmas market experience, but stocking caps is a big deal. A little bit heavier jacket, of course, warmer pants will help you with what to wear what to take, and we'll keep an eye on the weather for you. And then, of course, if you're not into the markets that much, or you're just into history or the enjoyment of that culture, you will just love the experience. So the Christmas markets, I'm going to go backwards on this. Again, December 5th through the 12th. Again, we're talking 2023. We have the Galapagos Islands. That's in late September, early October of 2023. Celebrity Flora is just spectacular. And the whole Galapagos Islands is the most unique experience maybe you will ever have anywhere. The Rocky Mountaineer, the luxury train, and this is again on the Gold Leaf luxury train experience. You don't spend the night on the train, you spend the night at 5-star hotels in every stop we make from Vancouver to Calgary, with the exception of Kamloops. They don't have 5-star hotels in Kamloops. They have nice hotels, but not 5-star. There again is a fabulous picture of those Canadian Rockies. Banff, Lake Louise, you've probably heard of. Absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Okay, and that is July 8th through the 15th. And by the way, a lot of people are going in early to Vancouver. We have some people are going into Seattle first, and then going at just 3.5 hours north of Seattle to Vancouver. Amtrak train actually has a beautiful train experience right on the seacoast. I've done it before, from Seattle to Vancouver. We can help you with any customized pre or post package. There's some people staying extra in staying later in Calgary too, if you so desire. Okay, the Tulip time, that is late April, early May of 2023. Isn't that a great picture? I love that, all the colors. And then the history of Belgium, the history of the Netherlands, including the windmills. Wait till you find out about how the Dutch perfected water control and why. That history is a big deal. Okay, again, April 27th to May 4th. On that one, again, it's a river cruise. We can help you. You can go in early, or you can stay later. In fact, Mimi and I are thinking about staying later right now. We're working on options to stay over there, do a barge cruise or something. Who knows? Again, then this is our Antarctica trip in February 19th to March 2nd, that we will be on Atlas Ocean Voyages, their expedition small luxury all-inclusive ship called the World Navigator. Such, again, a unique special experience. This rates right up there with the Galapagos Islands, and absolutely a unique special experience. Difference is in Antarctica, you get to check off your 7th continent, right? And again, 5 days that are the captain's choice, where the captain will take us to where the waters are the calmest and the wildlife is the greatest. So you will be, you'll have the most guaranteed chance of getting on land, because that's what you have to do to check off the continent. That's what I've heard. You have to be on land, and we'll get to go on land here. Okay, that's the ship right there. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, this is a gorgeous ship. This expedition style cruising, you're going to hear more and more of. And again, the definition of expedition for the most part is 200 passengers or less. Okay, you see that again, February 19th through March 2nd in Ushuaia, Argentina. We're going to do a 2-night pre-package in Buenos Aires. There is also another pre-package that we're offering to Iguazu Falls out of Buenos Aires. So you might want to consider doing that. If you've never been to the Iguazu waterfalls, that not arguably to me, it's the best waterfalls in the entire world. Okay, this is this October 25th in Portugal on the Douro River, another river cruise. We do a lot of river cruises, as you know, because they're so highly, everybody loves river cruising. Everybody loves river cruising, no matter whether you've been an ocean cruiser or a tour person, or you did your own vacations in the past. Everybody loves river cruising. AMA Waterways has like a 98% satisfaction ratings. It is absolutely the highest satisfaction ratings of any vendor that we offer, and that's why I do so many of my river cruise groups on AMA waterways. Okay, October 25th of this year to November 2nd. And then the lower Danube is what they call it, Budapest to Bucharest. Some of these castles, fortresses, palaces, and parliament buildings that you see are literally second to none. And that will be October 10th through the 17th. Many people are going in early to Budapest. There are a few of our group that are going to Vienna first. We can help you with that. It's not too late. Not too late. Coming up pretty quick, but not too late. Hey, and you know, there's one other hosted trip that I haven't talked to you about yet, but in February at an all-inclusive resort called the Marival Armani in Puerto Vallarta on the Punta Mita, the north point of Banderas Bay in Puerto Vallarta. We have a group going February 2nd through the 9th. You can customize that for less days or more days if you want. This 5-star brand new property there called the Marival Armani. You've probably heard me talk about my favorite property anywhere is the Marival Distinct in Nueva Vallarta, North Puerto Vallarta. This is an adults only place, Marival Armani, that we will be going to, okay? And that's February 2nd through the 9th. It was not up here. So anyway, give us a call and we can tell you all about any of these trips if it has spurred your interest. Again, one of the best things about hosting a trip like this is I get to share memories that last a lifetime with you. And one of my strong points is I'm a very good icebreaker. I find it very easy to help people meet other people, and there's nothing easier, honestly, than on a river cruise to be able to do that. But we've had people become lifelong friends, and there's safety in numbers. You know, there's safety with a hosted group like myself and Mimi when we go, or myself or Andrea and Lynette. And there's a lot of reasons why hosted trips are becoming so incredibly popular. You're probably aware we just did a river cruise on the Nile River this past February, and we chartered the ship. We took over the entire ship, 77 people on an 82 passenger ship on the Nile River. And boy, put that on your bucket list. Mimi just redecorated our office with the pictures of Jordan and Egypt, like the pyramids and the treasury building in Petra, and some of the fabulous temples in Luxor, South Egypt. So whatever it is you're looking for, we can help you with it. And I hope you'll join us on one of these incredible hosted group experiences. I know you'll end up making some friends and meeting people that honestly will probably become lifelong friends of yours. It happens almost every time. So you can go to our website at any time or call us if you want. Our phone number is 816-741-7417. 816, then just dial 741 twice. 741-7417. And you can go to our website, cruiseholidays.kc.com, cruiseholidays.kc.com. Nicole is going to send you the link to this if you've registered, and you can again forward that link on to any of your friends or family that might want to join you on any one of these trips. If you have any questions, give us a call. We'd love to have you go with us. We'd love to tell you all about it. In most cases, not all, but in most cases, there's a price benefit to going with a group like this too. So whether you want to participate and be with a group every night or not, that's totally up to you. Most people want to, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you need some alone time, you can have plenty of alone time. We just put the group together. We help people meet each other and then let chemistry take its course. And then what we do is we share memories that last a lifetime together. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this. I appreciate you. I appreciate your business. I appreciate your interest. You know, the reason why we've been in business 33 going on 34 years is because we do a fabulous job of matching people up and making sure you know what to expect, making sure in these times you know what the COVID policies are, the vaccination or not policies, the mask policies, all of these things that are loosening up, yes, but changing from country to country and vendor to vendor. We'll help you with your airfare. We'll help you with travel insurance. We'll help you with pre and post packages. We'll let you know what to wear. We'll let you know what kind of how to prepare for electricity, how to prepare for the currency, the money situation, each of these countries you go to, each of these trips you go on. So we're here to help you from start to finish. So we appreciate you. Do me a favor, tell your friends about us. Send this link to some of your friends, even if you are interested or not interested in one of these trips. Maybe some of your friends are. Again, we appreciate that very much. Okay, everybody, I got to head out, first of all, to the funeral and then to the Chiefs game. So thank you very much for listening to this webinar, and I will talk to you soon. I'm here to give you counsel anytime you want, as are any of our 25 incredibly professional, knowledgeable staff here at Cruise Holidays and Comfort Tours. 816-741-7417 or cruiseholidays.kc.com. The other thing to do while we're gone on all these trips, like us on our Cruise Holidays of Kansas City Facebook page, and you can follow all of our staff, including me, with all the pictures and videos that we put up on all of the travels that we do. Okay, thank you, everybody. Take care. Adios. Let's go, Chiefs.